So the A's could not carry yesterday's success into today's game as they fell to the Houston Astros by a final score of 5-0. And yeah, in this game, the Astros really got on the A's early. In the second inning, the Astros scored 4 runs off of Martin Maldonado's grand slam, and the A's offense had to face Justin Verlander, who, of course, this season kind of went from a guy that we didn't even know if he'd play based on injury history to the ace of the Astros. And he struck out 10 batters. Justin Verlander was very good today, and so was the Astros bullpen, combined 16 strikeouts for Houston. And I mean, seeing how many batters they had to face, that's a very good ratio. For the A's, on the other hand, they had Jared Koenig on the mound, who had a couple of good starts, and he actually did go 7 frames. The A's didn't use much of their bullpen, but the A's and Koenig allowed 5 runs alone. Kirby Snead had a scoreless inning. So the A's, of course, could not capitalize and on offense either, and even put up a run. So that was a 5-0 loss. So yeah, Koenig, early looked good. He struck out Altuve, but of course Martin Maldonado, he had the bases loaded, and he wasn't a guy I'd totally expect to get a grand slam, but he did. He hit a grand slam, he crushed the ball to center field, and that made it 4-0 Houston Astros. I thought maybe the A's in this game would just be able to pitch well, considering they did last game, but it didn't really happen. Verlander got, a very good performance in this game. He just was very focused. He was very, very good. And he passed Bob Gibson for sole possession of a 14th most strikeouts of all time with 3,118. And yeah, Chas McCormick got the final Astros run with an RBI single off Jared Koenig in the bottom of the 4th, and that made it 5-0. And the Astros would go on to win. And Dermis Garcia did get a hit for the A's, and that was good to see. I mean, obviously he's a guy that we're sort of gambling with as a good prospect, and so that was good to see. But besides that, the A's had to face Brian Abreu at the end of the game, who struck out final batter, and the A's lost. So yeah, 31-61. The Astros played their 90th game today, and it was their 59-31. So practically a flipped record there. But yeah, the A's, obviously last game it was a different story. It was sort of the opposite of this. It's like the A's had a couple good hits and were able to pitch well. And in this game, it was the opposite. The Astros had a couple of really good hits and they pitched well. And so, yeah, it was just sort of depressing. Verlander and Maldonado carried Houston in this game. So the A's, they still will go for the series win tomorrow. Are they going to get it? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, we'll see what happens. It would be good to win a series over Houston. After that, of course, we'll go back home. But, it would be good to get a win over the Astros to cap off the series. I think, not just beating them, but like learning how to win against good teams like this, especially for the younger guys and just for the team morale, I think it would be really good. But obviously it's hard. Houston's a good team and their pitching is looking a lot better than it has. So yeah, but good for us. We won't have to face Justin Verlander tomorrow, obviously. And so I think maybe the A's will be able to tack on some runs. I've liked what I've seen from certain A's players. Sean Murphy had 2 hits today. Skybolt had a hit again, and he got a walk. So, I think I'm seeing a lot better production from certain guys, and trade value will go up on certain guys too, like Sean Murphy. So, yeah, let's hope for the best next game. But, yeah, for now, we lost to the Astros 5-0 after beating them 5-1. So they sort of gave us a taste of our own medicine. And the A's, despite having more hits than Houston, they're not even able to get a run on the board. So, yeah, that's going to do it, guys. The A's lose 5-0 to the Astros. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this game. I will see you guys later. And, yeah, go A's.